You make more money than you ever have in your life, and somehow you have less freedom than when you started. If that sentence just landed in your stomach, you're not broken and you're not bad with money. You have a flow problem, not a revenue problem. And today I'm going to show you exactly why the business that looks the most successful on the outside can be the closest to collapsing. Here's the hook for you, and I want you to remember it. Revenue fills your bank account. Flow fills your life. Everything I'm about to teach you is built on that distinction. Revenue fills your bank account. Flow fills your life. Let's name what's actually happening, because I don't think anyone has said this to you directly. You hit 2 million, 1 million, maybe more. Cash comes in and it's gone before you even see it work for you. You're the CEO, but you feel like an ATM for your business, for your team, for your family, for everyone except your future. And here's the part that nobody tells you. This isn't a you problem, it's a design problem. Your business was never given a system to move money, only a system to make it. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact financial flow system I use with my CEO Reset Council clients, the same one I'm about to teach you. Live right now. Not another budget, not another budget, but a system that will make a difference for you. If that's exactly what you need, hit subscribe now. This channel exists for this one conversation every week. So, quick word on why I'm the one telling you this. I'm not a finance guru who's never run a real business, and I'm not a coach who's never seen a P&L. I spent years inside corporate retail. Macy's, the Hecht Company, Levi Strauss, Sherwin-Williams, actually scaling real revenue, real budgets, real growth targets at the corporate level. I have an MBA and I've lived inside the numbers. Then I spent the last 20 years as a coach in rooms most people never see, doing the identity and mindset work that changes how leaders actually operate. The same caliber of work you'd recognize from someone like Tony Robbins' methodology. The combination, the balance sheet, and the mindset is exactly why this system works. When a budget spreadsheet alone never has, you always focus on the budget spreadsheet, and it really does not give you the details. It's like when a pilot goes on a plane in his cockpit, he needs all the numbers to know what's going on. And most financial advice ignores your psychology. Most mindset work ignores your numbers. So today you get both. So before we talk about money, we have to talk about state, because your state is what created your current money patterns, and your state is what will change them. So let's do this exercise together. Change your emotional state now so you have the foundation to do this whenever you self-identify whenever your self-identity, that's what I wanted to say, is under attack from you. So whenever your self-identity is under attack, do this exercise. So we're going to do a state change exercise called priming. You can find it by searching on YouTube. It starts with raising your arms above your head as you inhale and dropping your arms as you exhale. We will do this 10 times and I will start the count. What's important for you to know is this exercise, we're doing a mini version. We're doing 10 reps. When you do this exercise the way it's designed, you do 10 reps, take 30 seconds off, do another 10, you do 3 reps. And that really helps your blood flow. If you've watched my other videos, you have seen this before. Everyone needs to have the blood flowing because that is what carries oxygen to every part of your body. And that is what is your basis for energy. Things get ignited and explode when you have the energy to make them happen. So let's do this. Counting now. I will start and count to 10. Raise your arms, inhale, drop your arms, exhale. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So it really, if you can feel that energy building, and I want you to remember this, make it a mantra. Change your physiology, change your finances. Change your physiology, change your finances. Now, ask yourself honestly, where in your business are you currently leaking energy? The same way you're leaking cash. Look at those areas. Where in your business are you currently leaking energy? Now think for a moment. You made a bold decision one day and it did pay off. Hope made that help. However, it was how you approached it. So now what I'd really like you to do is hop up, stand up in the way. Stand up in the way you stood when you made that bold decision. Stand with confidence, power position. Breathe in the way you breathed in, holding that power position. That's the state we're operating from for the rest of this video. Feel that state. You want to come back to this every time you feel that your state is being challenged and you're not meeting the standard that you want to. So notice this. The people who scale fastest aren't the smartest. They're the most supported. And I'd like you to hold on to that. We're coming back to it. So let's now talk truth. Revenue is a vanity number. Flow is a freedom number. Revenue is what comes in. Flow is what moves, what multiplies, what returns to you. I've sat with founders doing eight figures in revenue who couldn't take a real vacation without their phone in their hand the entire time. Maybe you can relate to that. And I sat with founders doing a fraction of that, living completely free because they built flow, not just revenue. Money isn't the goal. Money in motion, working for your life, is the goal. I will repeat that. Money isn't the goal. Money in motion, working for your life, is the goal. Say that with me in your head right now. Money in motion, working for my life. Take a deep breath. Feel that. Money in motion, working for my life. So, why isn't your cash flowing? There are 3 leaks. I bet money, no pun intended, that at least one of these has your name written all over it. So, leak number one, the reactive leak. Spending decisions made under stress, under urgency, not strategy. The emergency hire, the rush tool purchase, all reactive leaks. The I'll figure out the ROI later decision made at 11 o'clock at night. Reactive, reactive leak. Now, number two, leak number two is the identity leak. Subconsciously, this is capping your income. The identity leak is capping your income at what feels safe for who you've been, not who you're becoming. You're unconsciously self-sabotaging the moment the numbers pass what your old identity believes you deserve. This is a tough one. It is all about being conscious on who you are and the patterns you have been running unconsciously. Now it is about who are you becoming to make different choices. That was leak number two, the identity leak. Leak number three, the isolation leak. So making seven-figure decisions completely alone without a room of peers or mentors validating or challenging you. No one to catch the blind spots before it costs you six figures. That is the isolation leak. We've got reactive leak, identity leak, isolation leak. Which one just hit you? Pause this video for 1 second and drop it in the comments. Reactive, identity, or isolation? I read and reply to every comment. This is important in identifying your leaks, reactive, identity, or isolation. This gives you the data and information on what are the things or patterns you want to pay attention to. So here's a framework, 3 words. This helps your leaks. Write them down right now. Capture, channel, compound. So, capture. That is knowing your true cash position weekly, not monthly. You are capturing where you are. You are measuring where you are. Visibility precedes freedom. You cannot lead what you refuse to look at. This one habit alone eliminates most of the reactive leak. This makes a huge difference. Capture every week your numbers so that you know what is happening. Then number 2 is channel. Assign every dollar that comes into your business a job, the moment it lands. 3 buckets: growth, freedom, and reserve. Now you're probably not the one doing this. However, set that system up with the person that is doing it in your company so that every dollar gets tagged growth, freedom, and reserve. Every dollar, a job, no exceptions, and no, I'll sort it later. No. Growth funds what expands the business. Freedom pays you, actually pays you, not what's left over. Reserve protects you from ever making a reactive decision again. Now, the third framework is compound. So build systems and support so money and you grow without your constant manual effort. This is where flow stops depending on your willpower and starts running as an infrastructure. So remember, capture, channel, and compound. So read that back to yourself one more time. Capture, channel, compound. This is the whole system. It's simple. The challenge is to be sure that you keep it top of mind. Put pictures in your office, have your art department, marketing department make something that you just can look at and know that is how you're making decisions. Capture, channel, and compound. So here's the real shift, the one underneath the strategy, the one most people skip. You do not manage cash flow from the identity that created the leak. You do not manage cash flow from the identity that created the leak. You manage it from the identity of who you are becoming. The founder who leads a company, not the founder run by their company. We're not selling to who you are today. We're building for who you are becoming now and in the future. So there are 2 tools I'd like to share with you that you can start using this week. I use them. I think they're total winners. Tool number 1 is the weekly capture ritual, using your gratitude journal. This is what I use. If you're interested, it is in the description below. When you capture these things weekly, there's a gentleman named Keith Cunningham, and he has always said that what gets measured is what gets done. So when you capture your numbers, make it a ritual, you will know where your business is. And it's so easy to make decisions from that place. And you know this already. You've got a thriving business. I'm just here to remind you of this. So every Sunday, before you look at a single number, open your gratitude journal. Write down 3 financial wins, no matter how small. Why? Because you cannot make clear-headed abundance decisions from a scarcity-primed brain. Gratitude regulates the nervous system before strategy ever touches your spreadsheet. 60 seconds. That's it. Tool number 2, the room that multiplies you. Compounding doesn't just happen with money. It happens with proximity. And I know you know what I'm talking about. When you're in a room of founders playing at your level or beyond, your decisions get faster and your leaks get seen before they cost you 6 figures. That's exactly the kind of room we hold inside CEO Reset Council. CEOs, founders, and leaders auditing their flow together in real time with real accountability. If that's something you want to explore, there's a link in the description. I'd love to talk to you about it, or my partner, Michelle. We both have lots of coaching experience and personal experience building as an entrepreneur. So let's bring it home. Capture, channel, compound. Freedom isn't a number in your account. It's a system running without you gripping the wheel. You don't need more revenue right now. You need more flow. And flow gets built in community with the right tools at the right pace. Not alone at 11 p.m. staring at a spreadsheet. So here's your homework. 3 things. 1, open your gratitude journal tonight Capture 3 financial wins from this past week, even the tiny ones, and celebrate. Remember, this is a defining message to your brain. When you write these wins down and you celebrate and your brain gets the message, no more sabotaging your success. You only want winners. Homework number 2, identify your number 1 cash leak: reactive, identity, or isolation. And write 1 sentence on what it's costing you. Get that in your body, know what it's costing you so you can change it. It's very important. This is leverage you are giving your brain. Number 3, if you want support applying this, book a flow audit conversation with my team. The link is below in the description. So before you go, let's hit a few questions I get asked constantly on this topic. And if you have questions, please put them in the comments and I answer everyone and we can have a conversation about it. So number 1 question I get is, what if my revenue isn't consistent yet? Does this still apply? Yes, yes, yes. Capture matters even more when revenue is unpredictable. Weekly visibility is how you catch problems before they become crises. Question number 2 that I hear: how do I stop making reactive decisions when I'm already in a cash crunch? How do I stop making reactive decisions when I'm already in a cash crunch? Well, you can start with capture. You can't respond strategically to what you haven't looked at. Then you build a reserve bucket, even a small one, so your next decision isn't made from panic. It changes your whole identity. It changes everything when you can do that. There's someone I was talking to about this, another gentleman, another mentor by the name of T. Harv Eker, and he did a great job with what he calls prosperity accounts and keeping those buckets managed with a system so that when you do need to make a decision, it is not made from panic. All right, question number 3. Can I do this on my own, or do I need some support? You can start alone, but the founders who sustain it, who actually see their leaks before they cost 6 figures, are the ones in the room with peers, holding them accountable. That is the whole idea behind my CEO Reset Council. So, if this hits home for you, please hit the subscribe button. I put out a new video every week on wealth mindset, leadership, and scaling without burning out. Please comment right now: reactive, identity, or isolation. Which leak is costing you the most? I read and reply to every comment. And if you want to go deeper and hold yourself to an even higher standard, explore your next room, CEO Reset Council, or the one that fits best for you. The link below in the description will give you an opportunity to discuss the CEO Reset Council with me or my partner. So, thank you for watching. Now go build the flow and live triumphantly. Have an outstanding day, evening, morning, wherever you are. Live triumphantly.